Area B covers the area from Afon Banwy through to the end of the Meifod Valley. In the Banwy section, we are proposing to build an overhead line. Whilst for about 8 miles, about a quarter of the route, past the village of Meifod, we propose to build the connection underground. Where the connection goes from overhead to underground, equipment known as sealing ends are needed to connect the overhead lines to the underground cables. The sealing ends are housed within a ground level compound. Several options were considered, and we've identified 2 siting areas, one at each end of the underground section. The west siting area, which extends east from Graig Wen Quarries to Mathrafal, and the east siting area, which lies in the Meifod Valley, near Waun Fach. The landscape in the Banwy area is characterised by undulating farmland with woodlands and hedgerows, with properties scattered throughout the area and views across farmland towards distant hills. In this area, we are proposing an overhead line. The draft route travels from the north of the corridor and follows the low-lying land, providing screening from the properties to the south. Woodlands in the area provide further opportunity to reduce the visual impact of the route as it approaches the A495 and west sealing end siting area. The approach to the siting area is through a small valley, which helps to further reduce visual effects. This also avoids the narrow section of Yr Hafesp Valley and Ffrwyth Mathrafal to reduce effects on this important tourist area and views from villages, including Glasgoed. As we develop our proposals, we'll continue to consider how we can further reduce visual effects by using woodland and hills in the area as a backdrop for pylons, as well as, wherever possible, siting equipment away from businesses and properties, including the listed Bryn Glas Hall. Through the Meifod Valley, we are proposing to build the connection underground for about 8 miles, around quarter of the route, past the village of Meifod. Yr Hafesp Valley is wooded, narrow and steep-sided, before opening out into a flat, open landscape as it joins the Meifod Valley, near Mathrafal. The open valley contains pastures with few trees contrasted by steep, well-wooded sides with winding lanes. Landmarks include Allt y Maen, Broniarth Hill and Clolin Hill, with the A495 running along the north side of the valley through Meifod. Our own detailed studies, as well as consultation feedback, has shown this is a very sensitive area due to the nature of the landscape and the important cultural heritage, including Mathrafal and Glyndwr's Way, which is why we're proposing to put this section of the route underground. The route also avoids 2 caravan parks in Yr Hafesp Valley and has been developed to limit crossings of the Afon Banwy and A495. It then moves to the south of Meifod to reduce any effects on the village and continues on to the north of the river, away from the floodplain as far as possible. The east sealing end siting area has been selected to avoid floodplains and properties in the area as much as possible. As we develop our proposals, we will continue to consider how we can reduce the effects of construction on the surrounding area, including unknown buried archaeology, as well as the village of Meifod.